In this lesson, we're going to look at lot and serial number control. So after this lesson, you should be able to describe lot control, parent, child lots, shelf life, what to do when things are going to go out of date, which is the lot action. If you're using lot control, you can always use grid control. Serial control is not really tied to lot controls, but it is important. And how to set that up and manage the way the system will generate the numbers for you if you'd like. So lot control. What is lot control? Funny you should ask. Lot control allows you to track a batch of items. So in this case, we have the CPU and the computer. If you're familiar with how chips are made, they're usually made on large sets, and they put the wafers together, and there's lots of chips on that particular substrate, and then they mark that lot, and every chip that comes off that lot is associated to that particular batch of chips that were made. You could also do it with food things. So when you make something and you look at the lot number, you can track the lot. Every once in a while you'll hear about something being recalled, and they'll provide a lot number or a series of lot numbers. You can also split lots apart. So if you have a large container of something that you manufactured and then you're going to break that into smaller lots, you can identify that main lot and then identify the child lot as they split off. You can also do stock allocations for lots for production, for sales orders, for movement of material. So there's a lot of functionality that's built in around the lots, and the system will track the lot number through the life cycle of whatever it is you're making, clear up to the point where you ship it out to the customer, and you retain that information in a genealogy. So lot controlled org parameters. When we look at the org parameters, there is a tab that says lot, serial number, and packing in it. This is where you can define for the org the uniqueness, where you want the system to generate the lot number at, whether it's for the whole org or you want to do it specifically at the item level. Seems to be one of the more popular ones. Allow different lot statuses and automatically create a lot unit measure conversion. Lot unit measure conversions are helpful if you have things where you want to track batch to batch, maybe the weight of something and the volume of something, or the batch itself, and then the specific scientific weight, depending on what it is that you're creating. It does give you that functionality. If you're creating the lot at the org level, you can put a prefix in and a total length plus a 0 pad. And if you're using child lots, you can define how you want the system to define those as well. This particular screenshot, it's done at the item level. Your lots have attribution. So if you're going to use lot control, it's either full lot control or not on. So when you're setting up the item, if you want to track the lot, great. You can enable it. You can define the prefix, the starting number on the item if it is generated in that org at the item level. So you've got a couple different places, a couple different decisions there. And you got in this case, looks like it has a days to maturity. So that particular item may need to cure before you can send it out. The whole days, maybe you can ship it ground and it'll cure by the time it gets where it's going to go. The shelf life, you can define that if you're making the item. It kind of makes sense. When you complete the item, it'll automatically generate or calculate the shelf life in days. You can set up a retest time. You can set up a default disposition of what to do if it is going out of date code or you're going to retest it. And then expiration action intervals. In this case, you could do it 3 times before you have to probably toss it. If it is something coming in the back door, then you'll probably just capture the dates from the supplier. So you've got the expiration attribution. They can be things that you make or things that you buy. A little bit more on lot management. So how and when are you going to assign the lots? Again, if you're going to buy it, you can capture when it comes in the back door. If you're going to make it, when you put it into stock, you can pre-assign the lots. You can predetermine what the lot on a manufactured item is going to be. When you look at the on-hand quantities, you can drill down into the lots. You can also disable a lot in inventory or an item and a lot combination so that the existing lot number can be reused with a different item when lot uniqueness control is active. This feature improves the transaction processing by reusing disabled lots for other items, can save time, and provide a mechanism to recycle those. Lots can be disabled and using the manage lot tasks in inventory, and the disable inventory lot functionality can be used only for items that do use lot control. For items that use both lot control and serial control, you cannot disable the lot. Serial numbers. So serial numbers generally are used to identify unique items such as the laptop in front of you, the keyboard if you have one, the mouse. If you have a monitor, it identifies unit for that particular part number. You can generate lot numbers and serial numbers. So you can define how you want to generate the serial numbers. You can do it at the item level or the org to the lot numbers. You can capture the serial number when something comes through the back door. You can capture it just when you send it out the back door. You can generate them for items that you're making. You can capture an internal serial number as well as a manufacturer's serial number, or you can just enter the manufacturer's number field. Whatever makes, just figure out how you want to do it. That'll make your life a lot easier. When you are using them at the org level, you can define uniqueness within an item. So an item and serial number combination will be unique. So in this case, we have an AS100 with the same serial number as an AS101, but the combination of the part number and serial number is what gives it its uniqueness. You can also do uniqueness within an org. So reuse the serial number, and you can make it unique across orgs. That last one, if you have material that comes back, maybe you manufacture one place and there's a depot repair someplace else, uniqueness across orgs can be problematic because when you go to bring that back in to do the repairs, the system can get so think long and hard about what makes good business sense for your uniqueness. And there's some profile options. But first, a little bit about genealogy. So product genealogy lets you trade serial number and the lot number from anything that's come in the back door, anything that you've made, anything that you've shipped out to the customer. The system always has that information. So if you have to go in and look, if you have FDA, ISO, CFIA compliance, you can always track all that information. When you go into the system, you can pull up the item, look at the lot or the serial number, and then you can see where it was used, where it came from. You can track it backwards, forwards, and wherever it's been used and however it's been used. So you've got that information. Couple of profile options. So receive, shipped, lot quantity specifies whether it's done in lot quantities. That's yes, no. Receipt of issued serial numbers restricted, which will specify whether serial numbers that were previously issued are restricted from being received. So this profile option, this might give you some leeway if you do have uniqueness across all your orgs. Just kind of a note to self. You may want to test it out to make sure that it'll do what you want. System does support REST services for creating lot numbers, so you do have that at your disposal. So let's go take a look at lot and serial generation. But before we do that, let's summarize what we've talked about. So we've talked about lots. Remember, milk in your refrigerator has a lot number. Any medicine's going to have a lot number on it. And some will have expiration